The sports animal, your afternoon drive. Number 2, men on, Van Nunley and Fred Slow. And in the on-deck circle, Marie Castillo. This is 2 Men On with Van Nunley and Fred Slow.
Mike's hot.
Thursday, Albuquerque. You know what that means? That means the boys are Red Door downtown. Let's go. Let's go. Let's freaking go. If you're with us on the Sports Animal live stream, facebook.com/talkabq, you can see me and Vanna right next to each other. You can look at the video. I'm doing video tricks.
Yeah.
Video tricks. It's going to be a good program today. We're going to laugh a lot. It's going to be a tight program today. We're only on to 5:30 before the Sports Animal, 95.9 FM and AM 610 becomes your home of Thursday Night Football. Big thank you to Westwood One for being a part of that.
Westwood One.
It's going to be a good one. Come hang out with us, though, because we're going to be down here at Red Door for a while. I know a couple friends of the show are coming because they reached out to me and they said, hey, you going to be down at Red Door? So, and actually, it might be a setup.
Uh-huh.
Might be a setup because of the green chili controversy yesterday.
Oh, no. You think they're out for you?
I'm not saying I know, but I'm saying I don't know. That's what I'm saying. So if they come down here, we are down here at Red Door having a little downtown nightlife. We're going to enjoy that greatly. And then your Green Bay Packers play tonight, Van. Jordan Love, MVP of the league, will have a chance in prime time to show everyone just how dang good they are.
Well, he's not going to get his feet set all night because they just put David Bakhtiari on injured reserve.
Who is that?
The all-pro, all-world, future Hall of Fame left tackle, the guy that was protecting Jordan Love from Aiden Hutchinson, is now out of the game and on injured reserve. I don't like my Packers' chances as of now.
Aiden Hutchinson's a wild talent. So he came up rookie last year, University of Michigan, all that stuff.
Sure.
Plays in Detroit,
Yeah.
grew up in Michigan.
Yep.
Is the dude, has nothing to do with Michigan State, because if you do have anything to do with Michigan State, you're a loser.
Mm-hmm.
If you're a Michigan State guy, you
Sure.
are. And also,
He chose wisely.
yeah.
Yeah.
And there's like that weird thing with Michigan State, same thing that all those Penn State guys went through, which is you have to distance yourself. I don't know what other word to use. You have to, if you were already an alum, if you're already whatever, now because Michigan State is not just going through a scandal, going in back-to-back scandals now,
Right.
you have to separate yourself from Michigan State if you're a Michigan State alum.
Michigan State is impressive how horrible they are when you make Draymond Green look like your best alumnus of all time.
Who is their best alumnus? Probably Kirk Cousins? Who is their best alumnus?
Oh, he's so nice.
Well, I'm talking about the NFL. The best one of all time is Magic Johnson. That's who it is.
He had a cloudy history.
Well, sure he did. Yeah.
He turned it around. He's a dude.
He publicly turned it around. I don't know about his personal life, but I know that if you are still, just like with Penn State, if you're hanging on to the, they did nothing wrong. I was there, and when I was there, I didn't see anything with my own eyes. Then shut up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is not a one-off event.
No.
It's not like a whoopsie. This happened once. We're going to fix this thing. It keeps happening.
Yeah, it's a very real thing that Michigan State is the worst thing. That's a very real thing. Bob Walpo back at the studio. Bob, how are you, brother?
I am just fine. Thank you for asking.
Welcome back, Bob. Missed you, buddy.
Been a while since
you got any of your famous trail mix next to you?
Good question.
It is in the locker, right, waiting for me.
Wait, they give you a locker?
Yeah.
What do I got to do around here, dude? I mean,
Well, I have been here 30 years.
Oh, yeah.
Well, no, Bob has a sparkling record. On the other hand, because of our background checks, they won't let us keep personal items in the studio
that's a really good
because
point.
of insurance purposes.
Forgot all about that.
Yeah.
30 years is a lot of years.
Yes, it is.
Mm-hmm.
But just hits it home. He says, "Yep, I feel them all."
30 years ago, I was
And
11
some that I
years
haven't
old.
done yet.
Of course.
I was 11 years old 30 years ago, a young, chubby redhead in Houston, Texas.
Thanks for that.
A lot going on downtown as it relates to Red Door. Friday, 10-6 is the art walk, 5 p.m. to close.
Yeah,
Come
let's
hang out.
go.
They got new art, music. They got all that live painting stuff. That's super fun. 10-14, that's a Saturday. Drink local downtown. That's 4 to 8 p.m. It's a bar crawl, music, drink specials. Sunday brunches open at noon. Music and high noon buckets specials 1 to 4 p.m. If you're going to watch the game, do it here. They got a big old TV. Brunch foods available 12 p.m. to 10 p.m. DJs every Thursday, 8 to 11. You can get that after us tonight. Watch
Every Thursday. That's today, Fred.
Today is one of those days.
You could come hang out with us, have some Teller vodka
Mm-hmm.
and some Red Door beer, and then listen to a little bit of get your groove on.
Did Safe House reopen yet?
TBD.
Okay. There's a rumor.
Soonish.
There was a rumor. I heard.
Soonish.
Speaking of rumors,
We'll be there. You'll know when it's open because we'll be there.
You see Kurt Schilling today being a jerk?
Wait, hold on. Known jerk Kurt Schilling.
Kurt Schilling today on his podcast. So he learned in confidence from a guy named Doug Mirabelli. Do you remember Doug Mirabelli? Used to be a knuckleball catcher.
Knuckle legend.
Yeah.
Wakefield's personal catcher.
Correct. So Doug Mirabelli had let Kurt Schilling know, as the way I guess you would as people you've known in your life. He let Kurt Schilling know that Tim Wakefield was currently battling a brain cancer. He's battling a brain cancer. And this is the thing that the Wakefield family did not want to be public domain. They did not want that out there. They did not want it expressed to others. And Kurt Schilling told people on his podcast today, just put it out there. And he prefaced it with, hey, I don't know if Tim wants people to know, but he's got brain cancer. Here's the thing. You don't say anything. Kurt Schilling.
Are you having dinner or cocktails with your 3 best friends that you know that would be trusted information to?
Or on your podcast.
Or your podcast with, I'm assuming,
some listeners.
The 200 or 300 weirdest people on the planet. He sucks.
He sucks, dude.
He's always sucked.
There's like
Don't hit me with that bloody sock stuff either.
I think it was
sucked then.
I think it was Francona who said Kurt Schilling is a horse every 5th day and a horse's rear end the 4 other days.
Yeah, that's about it.
That's about it. Yeah, he sucks. And Catherine Veritek on Twitter is really running him through the mud, and that's obviously Jason Veritek's wife. Just incredibly strange to me. The Red Sox put out a statement officially from the team saying the Wakefield family wants to keep this matter private, and we're going to do our absolute best to respect their wishes, unlike some others. So there's shade thrown at Kurt Schilling. There is these guys in every profession. You know what I mean? And the one that I think is so interesting, we're going to talk about Chandler Jones a little bit today too. The one that I think is so interesting about Kurt Schilling is Major League Baseball locker room. Major League Baseball clubhouse has a brotherhood, and usually when there's jerks, they make their way away from teams, not due to skill, but due to being jerks.
Sure.
And maybe in the NFL it's not as true. I think you can be a real jerk off and still be able to contribute and be a part of a team. But in baseball, they really police themselves, and that stuff is shut down.
You know, I was just recently having this conversation with a friend of the show, Steve Palmisano. Shout out to Steve, noted Fred Slow chili hater. It's okay to be a jerk on the field.
Yeah.
If that's part of your swag,
Mm-hmm.
if that's part of your milieu, if that's the vibes you're giving off to your teammates and your opponents, that helps you be a better ball player, win games, et cetera, go crazy. A lot of very successful jerks on the field. When you're a pile of garbage off the field, when you're a pile of garbage in the locker room, so much where you're ostracized by your own teammates, there is something wrong.
There's something.
Don't be a jerk off the field.
And I very much get the WWE, and I very much get the importance of having a persona. And hey, here on radio, you know, like I get that I suck.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not the worst human being on earth because I don't like green chili.
Sure,
but
we had a very important production meeting about 5 years ago. I said, Fred, talk crap about the Cowboys.
Yeah,
go crazy.
You did.
Talk crap about the Lakers. Go crazy.
You encouraged me.
Watch your damn mouth when it comes to green chili.
You said that to me.
Yeah.
You said that directly to me.
And you broke some cardinal rules of this program, and you're feeling the heat of it.
But on air, we lean into that. That's fun. That's part of the thing. You do the thing.
Yeah.
And then, as soon as it stops, Steve Palmisano calls me on my personal cell phone and says, Hey, I'm sorry I embarrassed you in front of your thousands and thousands of listeners.
You mean the deserved hatred that you received? Yeah.
Yeah,
Of
absolutely.
course, it's going to elicit a reaction.
Bob Nightengale is going to reach out to the program. We're going to talk to him at 4:30 today, talk a little bit about Major League Baseball playoff picture. We're going to celebrate Brooks Robinson with It took a day or two to get, he's just in such high demand, but it's actually going to work out for us really, really well because Major League Baseball has, for the first time in its history, a 40-70 guy. Nice.
That is insane.
It's crazy, dude.
If you have Ron Acuna Jr. on your fantasy baseball league, congratulations. You're probably in first place.
If you're Ronald Acuna Jr. futures in any aspect.
Yeah. Did Ron Acuna Jr. futures go public yet?
God, dude.
Because I missed that boat. I missed out on Bitcoin. I missed out on Amazon. I missed out on Ron Acuna Jr. futures.
Missed out on them all.
Yeah. Not doing great in that
Kevin's
aspect.
on the line.
Let's do this. Let's grab a break. Whenever we get back, we're going to continue the conversation today about Chandler Jones. We're going to talk about he and what's going on in the world of mental health in the NFL. Obviously, Bob Nightengale at 4:30. And then we're going to do USFL, XFL mergers, some Thursday Night Football previews, and we're going to do it all from right here at Red Door downtown. It's 2 Men On, 95.9 FM and AM 610, the sports animal.
Brought to you by the Albuquerque Journal.
The Albuquerque Journal and Vin
You're clear.
for local insight and answers about answer puzzles, sports, or shopping.
Yeah, after traffic, there's a promo, and I come back to you, and you do your thing with Kevin.
Cool.
And you do your lockout, and I hit go.
Here in the metro eastbound on I-40, as you approach Carlisle, you're going to see some slowdowns. Those extend back to the interchange. Watch yourself going through there. Congestion right now, southbound I-25 approaching Osuna. That'll last until Montgomery. Also, northbound I-25, Gibson to Central. Traffic moving slow there. Also dealing with some slowdowns northbound on 2nd Street as you approach Griegos. That's going to last until Montano. And both directions, of course, right now continue to move a bit slow in that Montano area as well. If you see an accident, call the Traffic Tracker hotline at 767-9167. Brought to you by American Home Furniture and Mattress, proudly providing New Mexicans with quality furniture and service for over 87 years. I'm Michael Carlisle from the 96.3 News Radio KKOB Traffic Center.
Okay, 30.
With the sports animal. Every Friday before a home game, we're turning the town cherry. Join the sports animal for a t-shirt raid in the parking lot of one Albertsons somewhere in the city. Get your Lobo gear and home game tickets while supplies last. Join us from Albertsons on Ventura Street this Friday at 11 a.m. Get there. Let's paint the town.
Stand by.
5.9 FM and AM 610. The
Mike's hot.
animal.
Once a week, we identify games where we believe the wrong team is favored, and we do that with the help of VegasMistake.com. Kevin Todd joining us on the program. Kevin, I know you're looking at college football. I know you're looking at professional football. What do you see this upcoming weekend, and what can be available to our friends of the show?
Well, basically, I just want to let everybody know here at VegasMistake.com, we identify the mistakes that Vegas makes. What I mean by that any time there's college football on a Saturday, there's just way too many games for them to get the odds right. Dogs can actually win the game outright. The last 3 weeks, we've picked 3 dogs, and 2 of them have actually won the game outright, including BYU when they went on the road and beat Arkansas. We had them plus the 8.5. A $500 player actually won $1,500 with the money line plus the 8.5. That's what we do here at VegasMistake.com. We find the mistakes that Vegas make. Everybody who signs up on our website, it's $99 a month. You get a welcome email right in your box, and it tells you exactly what we do here at VegasMistake.com.
Anyone can get a favorite, but you can get 2 to 1 on your money by betting on underdog. That's the proper way to wager football. Who's that underdog this weekend, Kevin?
Well, let me tell you, I'm looking at one. College football. Listen, if you remember last week I was on your show, I gave you Notre Dame plus 3. Who knew that they would give up a 4th and 7? Not only that, only have 10 men on the field for the last play to try to stop them. But this week, I have a dog. It's Florida plus the 3 over Kentucky. I really like Florida in this spot. If you look at the teams that Kentucky has played so far, they played Ball State, Eastern Kentucky, Akron, and Vanderbilt. All bottom feeders in their division. Florida went on the road and played Utah tough. They beat Tennessee at home. And don't go by how they played against Charlotte last week, because this is more of a look-ahead game here for Florida against Kentucky. They're playing with revenge. Plus, their head coach, Coach Napier, when he is a dog in conference play, he's 11-2 against the spread. Not only that, he's 7-0 against the spread, and straight up when the line is 5 points or less. I like Florida plus the 3 at Kentucky, not just to cover, gentlemen, but to win the game outright.
We're talking about college football, but also we're talking about professional football. Keep in mind, everyone's a one-time offer for new clients only. What do you think about Washington and Philadelphia this weekend? Kevin Todd, VegasMistakes.com.
Well, if you remember last year, Washington went into Philly when I believe they were undefeated. They ran the ball 49 times. They passed the ball 29 times. They actually held the possession 40-20. 81 snaps to Philly's 41 snaps. I should say 47 snaps, and only won the game by 11. I love Philly in this game, laying the 8.5. I thought when this line came out that it would be in the double digits. I see Philly in a blowout in this game against Washington. Washington is not that good. Don't go by the way they played against Denver. Everybody knows Denver stinks, especially the Dolphins. I'm telling you right now, Philly's the real deal, playing with revenge. Lay the 8.5, and don't be afraid. But more important, folks, go to my website, VegasMistake.com. Sign up. You get a letter right in your email box. Plus, we have concierge service where you can speak to me directly, and I'll help you put money in your pocket and show you how to treat this like a business.
Kevin Todd, VegasMistakes.com. Thank you, brother.
Thank you. I'll speak to you next week.
That's the one.
Take us with you anywhere.
Okay, you're clear.
Well, anywhere with cell service. Download the KNML app in the Google Play or iTunes App Store.
Sorry, I wasn't quite sure.
Shorts make the art fade away.
Hey, Mike's hot.
Intersection Central, a party.
Yeah, you know it. Already had a couple friends of the show come by and say,
Yeah, got a couple friends of the show hanging out.
before we started rocking. How about that?
That's how the day goes.
Yeah.
Come by, grab a selfie, do that thing. You know what's funny about selfies? I feel like when we first started taking selfies years ago, you take one.
Yeah.
I feel like if you go through my camera roll, there's 20 pictures in a row of the exact same picture, and then my camera like my phone picks the best one.
Yeah, and now I got to upgrade my iCloud because there's too many selfies in it.
I have the thing where it cleans up like similar ones or whatever, but like I kind of like all these pictures.
Okay, I'm writing this down.
Yep.
I'm going to ask you questions next commercial break.
The hard segue here. We talk about
Also, to back up
Yeah.
our boy Kevin at Vegas Mistake,
Yeah.
I also got the Eagles in a blowout. So
Oh,
don't exclusively blame him next week. I'll take some of the heat.
all of our NFL picks will come tomorrow except for tonight because it's Thursday. We'll place those before. Okay. I'm usually clever. I usually put a lot of effort into these. I'm going to go hard stop, and we're just going to jump into it. Raiders star Chandler Jones continued his troubling social media activity earlier today as he went on Instagram Live for 25 minutes and threw some of the wildest, most disturbing rhetoric I think a individual can do on social media. And he said things related to the idea that he has been, by the NFL, injected with fluoride. CTE doesn't exist. I believe he suggested that the head coach of the Las Vegas Raiders, Josh McDaniel, had something to do with the murder of Aaron Hernandez, who was found suicided in prison in 2017. This is just some of the wildest stuff anyone has ever seen. Obviously, the tie to Albuquerque, the brother of John Jones, 11 years in the NFL, both for the Arizona Cardinals and now the Las Vegas Raiders. Van Nunley, you worked in the mental health field for about 15 years before you made the jump over to Sports Talk Radio in a full-time capacity. Are you just seeing telltale after telltale sign here with Chandler Jones?
Well, I mean, even before today, the magical thinking, the wild allegations, the refusal to get help. It all just says no one needs help more than a guy who refuses help. So let me preface this by saying, if you know a friend out there, do not be afraid to reach out to any kind of professional service. There's outlets for just about anything that you can go through, no matter what part of the state, city, or country you're in. Don't be scared to ask for help, whether you're asking help for yourself or asking for help from a friend. But with that being said, yes, these are the ravings of someone who needs mental health intervention. And from what I understand, the Raiders already tried to do that, and he neglected their help, saying that they're coming for him. They're trying to get him out of the contract. They're trying to find some weird behavior loophole that everything's fine.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, especially with this last Instagram rant, things are not fine.
You may recall back in 2013, Chandler Jones was hospitalized for a mental health episode. Went to the police. You'd have to jog my memory if he was clothed or not in this. And then from there, just has kind of lived a really mentally tumultuous life. You know what I mean? And that life has not been eased by his own efforts or the individuals that surround him, as he is on the verge of surrendering upwards of $40 million, which I believe, and it's not all about money. Don't hit me with that. Don't 505-246-0610 text me. It only leads me to further solidify the idea that, mentally speaking, our dude is not here.
No, he is not here with us right now, and he desperately needs some intervention. And what he doesn't need right now is access to the freaking internet.
No.
Do not put yourself on blast right now. I mean, I wish I had a sit down with him right now personally. I wish any kind of current or former mental health professional had a sit down with him right now and tried to get him the help that he so desperately needs. I know it's low-hanging fruit right now. I know he's an absolute punching bag. And, hey, Fred, me and you, we got all the jokes.
Got him.
We got all the jokes.
Yeah.
But this situation is not ripe for them
No.
right now. He is ripe for an intervention.
He said, quote, "I'm still confused on what I did wrong. I'm stuck here. I'm very sane." He wrote, adding, quote, "I'm too strong of a person to be mentally broken." That's a real interesting takeaway, because I feel like people, and you and I have had this conversation off the air about a million times about a million different subjects, but specifically people and their mental health. Individuals who only identify their strengths when the conversation is obviously about their weaknesses is, in my opinion, one of the most telltale signs of a person that does not have a grasp in reality, does not have a basis in the current situation. You
Sure.
don't, and I'm sorry to cut you off.
No, go.
But it is so ignorant to me for individuals to talk solely about their successes when they're currently standing in a pool of failure. And that is what this seems to be to me with Chandler Jones. And where are the people, including John Jones, that need to be supporting he at this time? Where are those individuals at? And I don't mean just to take away the cell phone. I mean to continue these welfare checks. But there's a big difference in the Las Vegas Fire Department going to your home and the Las Vegas Fire Department going to your home with an individual who cares about you.
Yeah, I mean, having someone that you trust there with you, and hey, success is just as big a burden as it is an attribute, because when you're at that level, you're a multimillionaire, you're a successful athlete, actor, musician, in the business world, whatever. You know how this is, Fred. You're surrounded by yes men.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone's going to tell you everything's fine. No, you're the best person on earth. You don't need any help. You got this all lined up. You're the bee's pajamas, brother. Don't worry about it. He needs someone that he loves and trusts, and a mental health professional to sit down with him and address the root causes of what's going on, because our dude's not well.
No, and if you're in a situation where you look at mental health hospitalization and you say, as Chandler Jones, this is a bad thing, what you need to do is find that person in your life, or have that person inserted in your life by someone who cares about you. Say, hey, big dog, this is actually a good thing.
Yes.
Like, we don't need to change what is happening. We need to change your perception of what is happening, because it is not bad to receive help at any level, at any time. Here's a crazy thought. It's also not bad to ask for help. If you're in a position where you feel you're in need, oh my gosh, the number of people that you may even be surprised that will rise to answer your call when you make it is tremendously high. And Chandler Jones right now is in a place where he cannot connect the idea that it is okay to be helped. And he has to be able to do that. Because if he doesn't, he's going to end up in a very an ultimate end. He's going to end up in an ultimate end.
Yeah, the trajectory he's on right now hardly ever ends well unless you get that help.
I agree.
Speaking of help, if you need some help, check out the nmcrisisline.com. You can go to a text line there. Someone will answer your chat, or call toll free anytime, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 1-855-NM-CRISIS, 1-855-662-7474, whether that's you, a friend, a family member, or a loved one.
Also, if those numbers didn't stick with you right now, 505-246-0610, the Sports Animal text line. Shoot us a note. We will shoot you one back. We will make sure you are connected with those that are of capability to help you, or the one that you are concerned about or for.
First step's always the hardest.
Oh, my gosh. It's incredibly hard. And now's not the time. Now's not the time for your your mental health story. Now's not the time for my mental health story. But I assure you, as we both sit here, having a ton of fortune professionally and personally.
Yep.
It wasn't without turbulation. It wasn't without trial. It wasn't without struggle.
Yeah, we've both gone through it. We've both been to the bottom. We've both been to the top. We've both rested in the middle. And we wouldn't have been able to be where we are or who we are or continuing our life's journey without some help from our friends and some mental health professionals.
I speak to a professional regularly, because I can't talk to you.
Oh, no.
No. You are so many things in my life.
Yeah.
What you are not is my mental health professional.
No.
No. Mostly you're my punching bag.
That helps too sometimes.
Whenever we get back, we continue not just our own journey, but we continue the program. Bob Nightengale of USA Today. We're going to talk Major League Baseball. We're going to talk the playoff picture. We're going to talk Ronald Acuna Jr. becoming a 40-70 guy. What? And we're going to enjoy that for as long as he will stay on the phone line with us. It's 2 Men On, 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
This report is sponsored.
You're clear. Calling them now.
Rolled chicken tacos are full of shredded, marinated, all white meat chicken. Choose from 3 dipping sauces: spicy ranch, nacho cheese sauce, and house-made guacamole. Order on the Taco Bell app. Get 1 dip per 2-pack, 2 dips per 4-pack at participating Taco Bell stores for a limited time only, while supplies last.
Traffic right now. We've got that crash eastbound on I-40 at Carlisle, and it is wreaking havoc this afternoon. It is affecting your 3 right lanes and shoulder. We are seeing major backups going all the way back to Rio Grande. If you can avoid that area altogether, it's going to take you a while to get through there. So if you are caught up in that, do try to be patient in that area. Elsewhere around town right now, Paseo headed west. We're starting to see slowdowns as you approach Jefferson. Those are going to last until the river. Southbound on I-25 between Osuna and Montgomery, traffic moving slow there. North of town, I-25 between Albuquerque and Santa Fe, traffic's moving up to speed in both directions.
If you see an accident, call the Traffic Tracker hotline at 767-9167. Brought to you by American Home Furniture and Mattress, proudly providing New Mexicans with quality furniture and service for over 87 years. I'm Michael Carlisle from the 96.3 News Radio KKOB Traffic Center.
Celebrate Cheering Fridays with the Sports Animal. Every Friday before a home game, we're turning the town cherry. Join the Sports Animal for a t-shirt raid in the parking lot of one Albertsons somewhere in the city. Get your Lobo gear and home game tickets while supplies last. Join us from Albertsons on Ventura Street this Friday at 11 a.m. Get there quick and help us paint the town cherry from 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
It's the massive sales gargantuan blowout at Fiesta Subaru. Why are you talking like that? Because my voice sells lots of cars. So you're telling me that me saying that Fiesta Subaru delivers dependable vehicles with some of the best safety ratings, a hassle-free buying experience, isn't as good as you saying it? Yes. See, what's with the sound effects and all that fluff? No, just stop. Folks, just come see us in person today at Fiesta Subaru on Lomas or fiestasubaru.com. Fiesta Subaru. Okay, I'm done with you.
Indigo Mortgage is proud to have served veterans with honesty and integrity for the last 20 years. And in these last 20 years, veterans have trusted Indigo Mortgage for purchases or refinances utilizing their VA home loan benefits. Indigo Mortgage is known in the veteran community to offer some of the lowest rates and fees in New Mexico. Veterans refer veterans, and we take that very serious, as they are trusting us to make Get the best rates and fees on the market. Veterans know they can trust Indigo Mortgage, and we set ourselves apart from the big national lenders who are interested in profits rather than serving our veterans. And if you're a veteran looking for any kind of home loan, make sure to shop your mortgage around and be sure to shop your trusted
About 30 seconds. I'm trying to call him again.
serving veterans for the last 20 years. Reach us on the net at indigomortgage.net or by calling 836-5700. That's 836-5700. NMLS 231962 and 188348.
Hey guys, it's Susie Schuster, and I am so excited for my new podcast coming out this fall. It is Football with Susie Schuster and the Princess of Darkness, Amy Trask. If you're looking for a new podcast to listen to about jargon, heavy-legged waist benders, this is not for you. We're going to have big girl conversations where we are going super deep to bring you weekly
Brad
you won't find anywhere else.
Got him on the line.
Football with Susie Schuster and Amy Trask, wherever you listen.
I'm Jeff Symbieta. Friday on the opening drive, we'll look back at Packers and Lions. The Ryder Cup's underway. We'll do a 3-for-all. We'll get you ready for a big win. JJ Buck.
Mike's hot.
At 7 a.m.
Back on the program. So very fortunate to be joined by a longtime friend and pride of Albuquerque, Bob Nightengale. Bob, welcome to the show.
Sure, good to be here.
He goes, yeah, that's right. A lot of news in the world of Major League Baseball right now. We're going to talk about stuff. I think we have to start with Brooks Robinson, though, right? So we spent the last several days, Bob, talking about Brooks Robinson, kind of talking about what he meant to the game of Major League Baseball on and off the field. Have you heard any great stories? Have you heard anything that maybe we weren't able to those social media outlets that we consume news through?
Just not one story that jumps out, but just what an unbelievable guy he was. I know when guys came up, even when he was starting to, get up there in age, he was helping guys take his job. He helped out, the young guys, guys from other teams. But yeah, it's about as nice of a guy as you'll meet in all of baseball or all of sports for that matter.
I mean, there's like a legacy there on the field. He's one of the greats at the hot corner of all time. But what he does for his team, for the community, that shines just as much as what he did on the field.
Yeah, no, absolutely. He was a Hall of Famer off the field for sure. He was a unbelievable guy, and just one of those guys you sit there and have a drink with and stuff. You don't even know he, ever even played professional. Stay so down to earth.
I mean, so this has to be all the momentum in the world for the Baltimore Orioles. I knew that they had a young core, but them flat out winning the East, showing that they're ahead of their rebuild schedule. Now that they have this motivation, is it watch out Orioles?
Yeah, I'm not saying, I'm not sure that those guys on that team are so young. Most of them never even seen Brooks play. I'm sure they had a chance to meet him, but no, they have the motivation just being a young team, a great team, and they get a chance to go to the World Series. But the thing about them is they're kind of like the Houston Astros of 2015. They got a chance to be great for a number of years here.
If the playoffs started today, it would be a lot of unfamiliar faces to a lot of sports fans around the country. Obviously, Atlanta is at the top of their game, and we'll talk about their stud outfielder in a moment. But the Marlins being there, the Phillies being there, and the Diamondbacks being there, and obviously the Orioles we just mentioned. It's kind of a turning guard. Is that how you feel in Major League Baseball right now, Bob?
Yeah, I mean, you look at the big spenders all sitting home. Yankees, Mets, San Diego Padres. Obviously, the Dodgers, Atlanta are back. But yeah, you look at Baltimore, there's Tampa, Arizona. Cincinnati's knocking on the door. Miami's young. So yeah, I mean, it shows you these great young athletic teams are really do something special here.
You mentioned the New York teams, number one and number two in payroll this year. The young upstart franchises gotta love this, but the Players Association has to hate this, right?
No, absolutely. they do hate this. They were talking about this at the All-Star break. They worried this was coming. Obviously the Dodgers still have a big payroll. Sure. But yeah, I mean, they want it where if you spend money, you're going to win. And obviously this season, it didn't show that.
Ronald Acuna Jr. I don't know if I've seen a guy with the skill set that he has, and when you tied in with the personality that I believe he has, as rare of a talent as you have ever seen, Bob?
A special talent. I mean, we've seen guys. I mean, we've seen what, even now, Mookie Betts does, what Mike Trout did when he came up, Harper did when he came up. But yeah, it's amazing. I mean, when they won the World Series, he was injured. He was kind of a shell of himself last year. But just with the speed and the power, doesn't have that defense like you like. But just that combination, speed and power. I mean, brings back comparisons to Ricky Henderson.
Yeah, I mean, that's the comp right there, Ricky Henderson. How about his team, the Atlanta Braves? Before the season, I predicted them to take it all. They look like they're going to be a powerhouse for the next decade. They got great young talent. They were smart enough to lock these guys up ahead of the curve. Is this the standard of organizations in Major League Baseball, how they've wrapped up these young talent for pennies on the dollar?
Yeah, they've done a marvelous job on that. I mean, they let Freddie Freeman go because they thought it was a little too expensive. Let Nancy Swanson walk. They don't miss a beat. They picked up a Matt Olson to replace Freeman. They get Murphy behind the plate. Just everything they touch, and they lock up the young guys to very great contracts for the club. And you're right; they should be good for the next 5-6 years here for sure.
Major League Baseball columnist for USA Today, Bob Nightengale, at Nightengale on X. I appreciate that you didn't get the check mark, Bob. I really like that.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do that.
So we're obviously talking about really special players right now. And the guy who's a really special player for a long time was Mickey Cabrera. Made his going away tour this year. He celebrated in every single city. Some of those celebrations were really great. Some of them really poor. As you rank going away celebrations, Bob, how did you feel Mickey was celebrated around the league?
I thought baseball did a great job. Oakland A's won the cheap route, getting $8 bottle of wine. Yep. But otherwise, I thought some people were clever and things like that. So he'll go down as one of the greatest right-handed hitters in history. I remember doing a story a few years ago who was a better hitter, him or Albert Pujols. And guys were kind of leaning toward Mickey Cabrera. Obviously, Pujols finished stronger than he did with the home runs. So it might be a little different now, but Cabrera, right there with the greatest ever.
I got to American Park for the first time this past summer and watched Miguel Cabrera play in person. And he laced a double against Tampa in the late inning game, nothing. And they just came alive in Detroit. He is a guy that I think will forever be associated with the city of Detroit, the way that like a Mel Otto or some of those guys in previous time.
Yeah, I mean, you're talking about, guys like Al Kaline, Willie Horton, those type of guys. I mean, that's, what a great trade getting him from Miami. Dave Dombrowski pulled it off. He had him in Miami. And just, it's too bad he never won the, World Series in Detroit, because he had so many great teams. But just one of the feared hitters. You wish he didn't drop off at the end like he did, but, just age caught up with him.
Bob, talk me off the ledge. I'm from Houston. I've been an Astros fan my whole life. I'm part of one of the most spoiled fan bases in all of sports. The run that the Astros are on. We sweep our rivals, the Rangers. Lose to the A's. Lose to the Royals. Win the series against the division rival Mariners. Who is this team? What can I expect from the Astros in the playoffs?
I mean, the hard part was just getting the playoffs. Yeah, I'm in Phoenix. I'm actually supposed to have dinner tonight with Dusty Baker, the manager. And, they know how to win. As you know, they know how to win come playoff time. 6 straight ALCSs. When you got, Verlander and Framber Valdez, as 1-2 punch, solid bullpen. I got to think the guys like Bregman will step up, Altuve and Alvarez. But the American League is wide open. I mean, you could see the Astros going right back to World Series again, or getting bounced in the first round. They're a streaky team, but come playoff time, I mean, no one handles the playoffs better than these guys.
I think I saw a stat today that said in season play or whatever that the National League is up on the American League by 40 games or something head-to-head. Do you feel like that's what it'll end up being in the playoffs too, Bob? It'll end up being Atlanta versus Baltimore and Atlanta versus Salem?
I haven't even paid attention just because everybody plays everybody to what the I didn't know that you said that. But no, it's so, I just think the American League is, all 6 teams have a legitimate chance to get to the World Series. I mean, Baltimore's scary, like we talked about. Toronto probably has more talent than anybody. Minnesota with that pitching can scare you. I'm not sure about Tampa with all the injuries and everything else. Texas is supposed to have Scherzer back for the playoffs. National League, you got the superpower in Atlanta. Very good team with the Dodgers. And I think the scary team that nobody talks about is Milwaukee Brewers. I think they got a chance to create a lot of damage.
I have the stat for you here. The National League is one of the first year of balance play at no worse than 357 to 305. So there you go. Bob, anything else?
Yeah, I mean, it should be a fun postseason. As I said, outside Atlanta, and Atlanta's got the pitching problems. The bullpen is shaky. Strider's been up and down. Fried has a blister problem. Charlie Morton's out first round. So, they got that lineup, but how many times you see a lineup just dominate in the postseason? You rarely see it.
Bob, appreciate you so very much. We are up against it, my friend. Anything we need to look out for in October? Anything we can be ahead of and make ourselves look real smart as this playoff picture settles itself?
Watch out for the Brewers. No one talks about these guys, but when you have Miley and Corbin Burns, Brandon Woodruff, Freddie Peralta, Miley as a 4th guy, I think they got a chance to surprise everybody. So I'd say keep an eye on those guys.
Bob Nightengale, thank you so much, brother.
All right, my pleasure. Thank you, guys.
Thanks, Bob.
Every time we introduce Bob, we introduce him as, like a hidden gem of Albuquerque or like a secret son or whatever. Every time he goes, all right.
Yeah,
okay.
Sure, why not?
Yeah,
Do you think he could handle green chili?
Stop, dude.
I could talk to Bob for hours and hours and hours.
Yeah,
I'm glad he's a busy guy because I was like, no, stay through the break.
Yeah,
we'll be back.
We got you.
We'll do another one. I'll do another one.
If you can't beat them, join them. XFL and USFL talk whenever we get back. It's 2 Men On, 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
This report is sponsored by Claire Infinite.
Hey, if you're thinking of getting the latest iPhone, you need to stop and check out the amazing wireless offer from Boost Infinite. For more, just pick up your phone and dial pound 250 and say Boost Infinite. That's pound 250 and Boost Infinite. You'll have the option to receive a one-time auto-dialed text message from this station.
All right, traffic right now. We are dealing with those major slowdowns eastbound on I-40. We've got that crash in multiple lanes. You're going to see backup going all the way back to Rio Grande. It does look like traffic's moving a little better in that area, but you're still looking at 20 minutes or more to get through that. If you can, seek out an alternate route. If not, be patient as you make your way through there. Also seeing slowdowns right now, southbound on I-25. Those are going to start at Osuna. They'll last until Montgomery. Northbound on I-25 right now from Gibson to Lomas. Traffic moving slow there. Also seeing more congestion on Paseo headed west between I-25 and Coors, and starting to see slowdowns now westbound on Alameda as you approach the river.
If you see an accident, call the Traffic Tracker hotline at 767-9167. Brought to you by American Home Furniture and Mattress, proudly providing New Mexicans with quality furniture and service for over 87 years. I'm Michael Carlisle from the 96.3 News Radio KKOB Traffic Center.
This is Maggie Gray with a CBS Sports Minute. It's a big night for Packers quarterback Jordan Love, and if last week is any indication, we're in for some fun. Love and the Packers scored 18 unanswered points in the fourth quarter against New Orleans in Week 3. It matched the largest comeback in the history of the Packers, and it all happened in Love's Lambeau debut as the starting quarterback. Jordan Love has a chance to make a big statement that he's unquestionably the future of the franchise tonight. I'm Maggie Gray.
Get qualified for a trip for two to jolly old London. And you can get entered right now. Just text London, London, to 505-246-0610. 5 days and 4 nights, 4-star hotel, and airfare could be yours. And the winner will be from right here in New Mexico. Honestly, read the contest rules on our website. It's there, bro. Brought to you by Fiesta Subaru on Lomas or at fiestasubaru.com. Text daily to increase your chances from 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
O'Reilly. Protect your vehicle's engine with Syntec and O'Reilly Auto Parts. Syntec Premium Full Synthetic Motor Oil is formulated for today's engines to dissipate heat and friction and reduce wear. Get 5 quarts of Syntec Full Synthetic and a MicroGuard Select filter for just $33.99. Limit supply. See store for details. Get Syntec only at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites
2.5 minutes
to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Huddle up, family. We need some football watching food.
What about pizza? Yeah, and wings. Let's call Pizza 9.
Pizza 9's Pizza and Wings Special is a bigger hit than any linebacker can deliver. A large 2-topping or specialty pizza and order of wings for just $26.99. Having the whole team over? Order the Pizza 9 Party Pack. Skip the line and order online at pizzanine.com. And football, the championship team.
National Pizza Month coming up in October, and Pizza 9 is celebrating all month long. Through the 26th, Text Club members get 25% off all online orders. Join up by clicking on deals and specials at pizzanine.com. 15th through the 21st, when you order any large 2-topping or specialty pizza, get a small cheese pizza free. Online orders only. Don't miss out. Pizza 9's got calzones, hot sandwiches, wings, and pasta. And they're this week's sweet deal. Hit up at 9 a.m. and get $50 in Pizza 9 gift certificates for just $25. Half price pizza and football during National Pizza Month. Don't miss it.
O'Reilly.
Protect your vehicle's engine with Syntec and O'Reilly Auto Parts. Syntec Premium Full Synthetic Motor Oil is formulated for today's engines to dissipate heat and friction and reduce wear. Get 5 quarts of Syntec Full Synthetic and a MicroGuard Select filter for just $33.99. Limit supply. See store for details. Get Syntec only at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
O'Reilly. Rejoin in 30.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
The NFL is on the
Stand by.
And be back here tomorrow morning to Armchair Quarterback with us on
Ready?
8.9 FM and
Okay, thank you.
The Sports Animal.
Mike's hot.
This song you can get a paper cut to. You know, so enjoy the leather seat. It is. Hey. All the time, yeah, I ain't hard to find. Know I'm always on the grind with some money on my mind, but I like it.
XFL talk, USFL talk. What?
Okay.
So you know that the writer's strike is over.
Correct.
Right. You know that.
Sure.
It's over in principle. I mean, they got to sign some things. It's basically over.
Mm-hmm.
So football's fixed. That's what I'm trying to get to. The whole thing is fixed. The XFL, previously owned by the WWE, this whole thing is fixed. Nothing can be done to legitimize this sport.
Okay, so you're saying the NFL is scripted, which, legend Arian Foster, of Albuquerque fame,
yes, famed Arian
told
Foster.
us all about it. A lot of other players, whether it's tongue in cheek or on the nose, told us about it as well. But there's a writer's strike, the aforementioned writer's strike.
Yeah.
So you're saying the scabs, the people who took over for the writers, when they were striking, they decided to have this 70-20 ass whipping. It was the scabs who wrote that $70-point Miami Dolphins performance. Keep the scabs.
So stupid. The XFL is averaging about 600,000 viewers. Okay, that's actually way more than I thought it was.
People love football?
People love football.
Are you familiar with our program?
Good point. They're losing about $60 million a year. And Fox Corp, who owns the USFL, and the XFL, who's owned by Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
The Rock.
I don't think he says that name.
Oh, I do.
And a Capital Partners Group, whatever, they don't matter. They're both losing at or near $100 million a year. Like, that's a lot of combined money.
It's a lot of money, yeah.
And these cities can't all host teams.
Right.
They literally don't have the infrastructure. So they're talking about bringing this league together, which, by the way, I have no idea what the name of the league is going to be. US XFL? I don't know.
Yes.
That's what we're moving forward.
All of the letters.
It's like a LGBTQ US XFL league.
It's a Jackson 5 song.
That's very good.
Okay.
One has a broadcast agreement with Disney. One has a broadcast agreement with NBC. There's all this weird stuff going on. But the only thing that is a factual, 100% true fact is they don't have enough money. And the XFL promised 5 years. They said, we're going to do this thing for 5 years. But here's what's become very interesting. Guys like Steve Young, guys that are prominent in the world of professional football, no longer have jobs, no longer have positions. You can now, if you're the USXFL, wild that I got them in the first try, you can now create at least what looks to be an entity that's as palpable, inviting, desirable, outside of skilled position players, because they won't have those. We know Zach Wilson's a quarterback in the NFL.
He should be in the USXFL.
He should be in the USXFL.
By the way, Kaepernick, write a letter to the new USXFL.
Viewership for the XFL and USFL games, about 600,000 per. The USFL championship drew 1.2 mil. The XFL had 1.4. Now, I'm going to assume these are a lot of the same fans. I don't know if that's true, but years ago in the late 90s, there used to be WWF and WCW. And it was the same fans going back and forth.
Sure.
I imagine this is the same thing.
Sure.
Those two entities eventually joined forces and ended up being a really good product.
Mm-hmm.
Ended up being the best product in some time.
I don't know anything about that, but I do see like this merger being like a diet NFL. This is going to be your new feeder league, because the NFL already used the XFL to like practice their new rules. They're like the training ground, just like Major League Baseball uses AAA and AA to work on American rules. The NFL is going to do the exact same thing with the XFL. I see this now that they're going to combine forces. I see this finally as a true rival to the NFL as far as development. All your best players are going to be in this league. It's not going to rival the NFL as far as product and popularity. But it's going to be popular enough to survive. A real check. And by the way, $100 million debt every single year. That seems like the same amount of money being used. That's just Coca-Cola. That's good for Coca-Cola. $100 million. That's nothing.
Disney's being promoted.
Yes. We're a couple commercials away from being sold.
We wrap up the entirety of the 5 hour Thursday night football talk. Moving on, 9 to 5 and 9 FM.
You're clear.
We're all moving a little faster now.
Trust the team that's going to keep up with you on KOAT Action 7 News.
We're proud to bring you coverage you can count on from across New Mexico. Like a weather forecast that's certified most accurate and proven every day.
Start your day with more in the morning.
Crash cleanup continuing eastbound on I-40 at Carlisle. That crash is affecting multiple lanes. You're going to see slowdowns going back well past 12th Street. So watch yourself. If you can, seek out an alternate route. If not, be patient as you make your way through there. Also dealing with the crash right now, westbound on Paseo. That one's near Rio Grande. You're going to see backups starting all the way back at I-25 for that. Slowdowns right now, westbound on I-40 as you approach the interchange. Those last until Coors. Southbound on I-25, traffic moving slow between Osuna and Montgomery. And dealing with slowdowns right now, northbound I-25 between Gibson and the interchange. Also, westbound Alameda traffic moving slow as you approach the river.
This report is sponsored by Indeed.com. As the leaves change, leave the hiring to Indeed. Their all-in-one hiring platform helps you attract, interview, and hire candidates all from one place. And Indeed's interview tool lets you schedule and conduct virtual interviews right from their website. Visit Indeed.com/credit.
If you see an accident, call the Traffic Tracker hotline at 767-9167. Brought to you by American Home Furniture and Mattress, proudly providing New Mexicans with quality furniture and service for over 87 years. I'm Michael Carlisle from the 96.3 News Radio KKOB Traffic Center.
This is Jim Rome with your Rome Report. Dame Lillard is a Milwaukee Buck, and that might take a minute or two to get used to. But what a great day for the Bucks. What a terrible day for the Heat, and what a sad day for the Blazers. I say sad because Dame clearly wanted to start and end his career there, just not as much as he wanted to win a ring. Now, clearly his preference was to win that ring in Portland, but when the Blazers made it clear that they really couldn't or really didn't want to do what was necessary to surround him with the help necessary to get him that ring, he had to bounce. And you can't blame him for wanting out. He was all in with the Blazers. The organization loved him. They paid him. They just weren't willing to do what they had to do to make him and themselves legitimate contenders. So they moved him, and it was the right thing to do. And no, they did not do him dirty by sending him to Miami. Milwaukee actually gives him a better chance to get a ring. Win-win.
No one wants legal problems, but somehow, some way, they seem to find you. Where do you turn when you need help? For more than 40 years, Rudy Chavez has had the people of New Mexico's back. If you're facing a legal issue, you want to have Rudy's experience and compassion in your corner. Call the law offices of Rudy Chavez at 505-242. That's 505-242-5500, or visit rudychavezlaw.com. Contact Rudy today and make your legal problems go away.
My dad has a cold, but also has high blood pressure. That's why I got him pressure for fast, powerful nighttime relief. Unlike some ordinary cold medicines, it's specially formulated for people like my dad. NyQuil High Blood Pressure is sugar-free, alcohol-free, and
Vicks NyQuil High Blood Pressure. The nighttime sniffling, sneezing, coughing, aching, fever, sore throat, cold, and flu for people with high blood pressure.
like my dad.
Medicine. Use as directed.
Thursday night football is on, and it's only on Prime. Tonight, an NFC North rivalry is renewed when Jared Goff and the Detroit Lions head to Lambeau Field to take on Jordan Love and the Green Bay Packers. Not a Prime member? Sign up for a 30-day free trial. Game. Coverage begins 7 p.m. Eastern with TNF Tonight, presented by Verizon. It's the Lions and the Packers tonight on Thursday Night Football, and it's on Prime. Restrictions apply. See Amazon.com/Amazon Prime for details.
If your credit card bills have gotten out of hand, call Consolidated Credit now. If you're making the minimum payments, but your balance is just not going down, call Consolidated Credit now. If the interest rates on your credit cards are so high, it will take years to get out of debt, call Consolidated Credit now. They've helped people. They can consolidate your debts into one lower payment, reduce your interest rates, and get. If you're
coming back,
card debt, call Consolidated
okay
now.
Call now, 800.
Got the ID, and then you're open.
50. That's 800-552-6750. 800-552-6750.
Consolidated Credit Counseling Services Incorporated, 5701 West Sunrise Boulevard, Fort Lauderdale, Florida, 33313. Not a loan company licensed by the New York Department of Financial Services and by the Vermont Department of Financial Regulation. Maryland DM 19, Oregon DM 80031. Licensed by Virginia State Corporation. Commission license number DC 32. Establishment of a plan may adversely affect the individual's credit rating or credit scores. Non-payment of debt may lead creditors to increase financial charges or collections activity, including litigation.
K240BL Albuquerque is 95.9 FM, AM 610 KNML Albuquerque. The sports animal. Proud to be a Cumulus media station, even if they're not that proud of us. Now betting for the sports animal, your afternoon drive. Number 2, Men On, Fred Slow. And in the on-deck circle, Marie Castillo. This is 2 Men On with Van Nunley and Fred Slow.
Mike's hot.
Green Bay Packers right here on 95.9 FM and AM 610. The sports animal Westwood 1 coverage starts at 5:30. All right.
Westwood 1.
If you want to watch it, you have to watch on Amazon Prime. I get it. I really do get it. I get Amazon Prime. Just don't know.
Well, I mean, we're fine with it.
Yeah, we're fine.
Hey, Bob, how do you watch football on Amazon Prime?
Good question.
Well, I don't have Amazon Prime, so that's not a problem.
Okay, boom, there it is.
The Lions running back David Montgomery and left tackle Taylor Decker are playing tonight against the Packers. Emmanuel Mosley not playing. Packers took a big L on their offensive line today, Van.
Legend, All-Pro, perennial All-Pro, Hall of Famer, David Bakhtiari out for at least 4 weeks.
Christian?
Right when the Packers look promising. I'm finally convinced that Jordan Love is that dude. You go and yank away one of the best left tackles in the game. Hurts my feelers.
Christian Watson and Aaron Jones both look to be a go tonight. That's not official yet, but
Not
that's
official.
It might be official in 2 minutes ago. We might need to look that back up.
Yeah, they are trending towards both of them playing, and with both of them, they're a way more dynamic team than what you saw against the Saints last week. The Saints dominated the first half. They schemed against the Packers really well. The Lions are better than the Saints.
The thing that, yes. The Packers have, correct me if I'm wrong here, 4 rookies at skill positions. Is that right?
Pretty important.
Man, if they get this good this quick, with the greatest quarterback in the history of NFL, Jordan Love, watch out for the Packers for another 15 years? Is this real life?
Yes. I've said it all off season jokingly, but I'm starting to believe myself that this will be the 3rd straight Hall of Fame quarterback that's under center for the Green Bay Packers. He's making great decisions. He's not taking the whole team on his shoulders. He doesn't have to do too much. He can trust his defense, trust his run game. And for the first time this year, he gets to throw to Christian Watson, who is a dude.
The Lions have an NFL leading 386 scrimmage yards from rookies this season. The Packers ranked 2nd with 371. Why am I bringing that up? Because that's that youth movement of this sport today.
Sure.
And the talent that makes it go around. Jared Goff, actually pretty good.
Tried to told you.
It took me a while.
Tried to told you. I bet the Rams are really regretting giving up on him. Wait, never mind. They won a Super Bowl.
Yeah, good point.
But you got 137-year-old Matt Stafford or one perfectly good Jared Goff who's been here the exact whole time. Give me Jared Goff in that situation.
I hate with a passion Thursday Night Football. I think it's always the worst game of the week.
I think the players hate it. I think the Players Association hates it.
Correct.
Reasonable football fan probably hates it.
Dude.
But guess what? Most football fans, not that reasonable.
Duke City Championship Wrestling fans hate it because you know that we have pro wrestling every third Thursday at the historic El Rey Theater, right here, just moments away from Red Door downtown, where we're currently broadcasting live from. All of these things are factual sentences. Everyone hates it, except for the addicts that absorb NFL football.
Yeah, you can take a day off. Look, Rick, find something else to do on Thursday.
Do anything else. Hang out with the boys.
You can have
pool league, dart league, bowling league, Topgolf league, curling league. What's the new one you really like? Pickleball league. There's all kinds of do anythings.
Except for bottom of the 9th in October.
Yeah, that's different.
The best thing in sports is the fourth quarter on the Red Zone channel. I look forward to it every Sunday.
Are you talking like
football fan? I get it too. It's amazing. Monday night football, Sunday night football. The whole country's watching. We can do without Thursday night. I will be just fine without Thursday night football. I don't need one extra single solitary game where these friggin' gladiators have to battle each other on short notice. When I'm watching Thursday night football, I'm just watching to hope, especially tonight, that no one gets hurt because my beloved Packers are playing.
Or gets hurt further. You know, that's the David Montgomery conversation.
Yeah.
Because, like, what old boy who, for real, could have a season this season. He's kind of been misused for years in Chicago. Wasn't able really to do that thing. Was he a running back? Was he a wide receiver? All this weird stuff. He's got a shot in Detroit. And if you give him 3 more days of rest instead of a shot to get out there, might end up being better off for the season. But this game deserves to be played on a Sunday in front of the fan bases that both very much passionately love both these teams. Give me one of these joke games. Stop putting the Jets on Monday Night Football. At least they have Taylor Swift to save them now.
You think these passionate Packers fans, you think these passionate Lions fans who've been watching the game for 50 years, who've been watching their team since the friggin' merger, you think these septuagenarians and octogenarians know how to use Amazon Prime? You think they know how to stream this game? They're calling their grandsons. They're calling their great-nephews. They're calling the kid who mows their lawn to say, hey, how do I watch the Packers game? It's not on the NBCs.
Well, they do that locally. Like if you're in Detroit, you're going to get it in Detroit. If you're in Green Bay, you're going to get it in Green Bay.
Go to the bar.
But Green Bay has about 50 people that live in it.
Yeah.
You know how many Packers fans are? That's the one with the most fans.
Right.
Dallas probably has the most fans.
Yeah.
After that, Green Bay has the most fans. They're all over this country. They're in Phoenix and Albuquerque. They're all going over to Howie's Sports Page tonight.
They know cheese, not streaming laws.
We had a friend of the show join us before the show, friend of the show, Nick. And you were talking to him, and you're both obviously big Packers fans. And you both guys, I saw you guys go, yeah, it's crazy that Howie's is the only official Packer fan bar. And I go, who made that official?
The Packers.
The Packers.
It's literally on the Packers website.
Super endorsed.
If you want to see the official viewing bar for the Packers, that's Howie's Sports Page, where we are at every single Monday, whether or not the Packers are on, baby.
Love everything about that. Going to be a big one tonight. If Christian Watson is close to 100%, he's going to be a big contributor. If Aaron Jones is close to 100%, he's going to be a big contributor. Look for a lot of guys to make impacts tonight. Here's the thing. If you are like me and you don't do deep dives before the season, you don't learn backup players, you don't learn rookies. If you learn them as the season goes on, you're going to see a lot of names on both sides of the ball of guys that you've never seen before.
And they are good.
They are good, right?
The Packers receiving core is about as young and deep and talented as you can get. They did wonders the last couple years in the draft. If Jordan Love, if that Packers offensive line can protect Jordan Love enough to spread the ball around, watch out.
You don't know who the backup tackle is. You shouldn't. That's not a thing you should know. That's literally for someone with a mental illness.
Mm-hmm.
Whoever's going to go in at left tackle for the Packers is a professional level athlete who can play left tackle for the Packers.
Sure.
Cool. Going up against Aiden Hutchinson is a different story.
Mm-hmm.
That's a different story altogether.
You could find a Aiden Hutchinson gets a sack tonight prop bet. Take it.
If you can find 1.5, take the over.
I like that a lot.
If it's paying you enough, take the over. Now, I would expect Green Bay's going to do a lot of, if they come real heavy here, screen pass here. Move real quick. Get this thing out. Also, I think a lot, because the NFL is a copycat league,
Sure.
you're going to see a lot of what Miami did last week in every single offense now, which is as soon as Tua touches it, he gets rid of that thing.
Yeah.
And you're going to get shovel passes. You know what it reminded me of, and I'm about to show my homerism, was 99, 2000 Greatest Show on Turf.
Ooh, I like that.
Where you're getting running backs who can do so much with it and in space, to where it's a shovel pass to Marshall Faulk, or it's a shovel pass to Trung Candidate, or it's a shovel pass to guy who's just incredibly fast. And that is the Miami offense. Don't act like these other teams don't also have speed in the backfield, but the way that it's traditionally been done for so very long now is that speed in the backfield not utilized the way that Miami has been. Look for Green Bay, look for Detroit, who's built equally similar, to try to do those things tonight, especially with left tackle issues, especially with playing on short notice on a Thursday night. Take advantage of the other team not being as ready as you aren't ready.
And I know, McDaniels is the belle of the ball right now. Everyone thinks he's a genius. He's got the best skill position players. He is really on to something. What he's doing is unprecedented. LaFleur is that good. The Packers got them a real one, too. He's a genius offensive mind, and he's going to make the adjustments that they need to make to help out that Bakhtiari injury. I see a super close game. I see a fun game. I see trick plays on both sides of the ball. Dan Campbell is going to cook something up. He's going to do something. I'm going to use the word stupid. He's going to do something stupid.
Yeah.
And if they pull it off, he's going to look like a genius.
Let's do this.
And by the way, a lot of bad blood in Green Bay because the Lions bounced them out of the playoffs last year.
Let's do this. Let's give our predictions whenever we get back from the break. It's 2 Men On, live from Red Door downtown, 95.9 FM and AM 610, the sports animal.
This report is brought to you by
You're clear.
Los Lunas.
During Jeep Adventure. Okay. So, commercials are about 6 minutes plus the traffic break. So about 7 minutes from now.
7 minutes. Got it.
Yeah. And then if you could take a short traffic break at 25, that'll give you a couple of minutes before football.
Biggest issue right now, we've got
Thank you.
continuing at Carlisle. That is affecting multiple lanes. You're going to see slowdowns going back well past 12th Street. If you can, just avoid that and seek out an alternate route. I realize that's easier said than done. So if you are caught up in that, just be patient. It is going to take you a while to get through there. Also dealing with the crash right now, westbound on Paseo near Rio Grande. You're going to see backups for that going all the way back to I-25. Slowdowns westbound on I-40 right now. Those start at the interchange. They last until Coors. Southbound on I-25, things moving slow between Osuna and Montgomery. Northbound on I-25 from Gibson to the interchange, we've got slowdowns there as well. And westbound on Alameda, you're going to see slowdowns as you approach the river.
This report brought to you by Quality by DiLorenzo, Lomas, and Pennsylvania.
This September, remember, you'll always save more money at Quality Buick GMC on Lomas. Get 1.9% financing OAC on all Acadias, Terrains, Envisions, and Encore GXs. Quality by DiLorenzo, QualityDeal.com.
If you see an accident, call the Traffic Tracker hotline at 767-9167. Brought to you by American Home Furniture and Mattress, proudly providing New Mexicans with quality furniture and service for over 87 years. I'm Michael Carlisle from the 96.3 News Radio KKOB Traffic Center.
Get qualified. Jolly old London. And you can get entered right now. Just text London, London, to 505-246-0610. 5 days and 4 nights, 4-star hotel, and airfare could be yours. And the winner will be from right here in New Mexico. Honestly, read the contest rules on our website. It's there, bro. Brought to you by Fiesta Subaru on Lomas or at fiestasubaru.com. Text daily to increase your chances from 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
It's the massive sales gargantuan blowout at Fiesta Subaru. Why are you talking like that? Because my voice sells lots of cars. So you're telling me that who delivers dependable vehicles with some of the best safety ratings, a hassle isn't as good as you saying it? Yes. See, what's with the sound effects and all that fluff? No, just stop. Folks, just come see us in person today at Fiesta Subaru on Lomas or fiestasubaru.com. Fiesta Subaru. Okay, I'm done with you.
No one wants legal problems, but somehow, some way, they seem to find you. Where do you turn when you need help? For more than 40 years, Rudy Chavez has had the people of New Mexico's back. If you're facing a legal issue, you want to have Rudy's experience and compassion in your corner. Call the law offices of Rudy Chavez at 505-242-5500. That's 505-242-5500, or visit rudychavezlaw.com. Contact Rudy today and make your legal problems go away.
O'Reilly. Protect your vehicle's engine with Syntec and O'Reilly Auto Parts. Syntec Premium Synthetic Motor Oil is formulated for today's heat and friction and Get 5 quarts of Syntec.
Got my text?
Get a MicroGuard Select filter.
No.
$3.99. Limit supply. See store for details. Get Syntec only at O'Reilly Parts.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Like any good agent, we're here for the open house, for the closing, for handing over keys. But because we're realtors, we're here for so much more. Agents who are realtors volunteer at nearly 3 times the national average. We're working to broaden access to credit, increase affordable housing supply, and ensure fair housing for all. And realtors are bound by a code of ethics. We're here for it all. Realtors are members of the National Association of Realtors. That's who we are.
O'Reilly.
It's Superstart Battery Month at O'Reilly Auto Parts. Get up to a $25 gift card after rebate with the purchase of select Superstart batteries. Our professional parts people will test your old battery for free and recommend the right battery for your vehicle. For power, performance, and reliability, choose Superstart batteries only at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
O'Reilly.
Well, that's the way it goes. I moved spots around so that it would be easy to get into football.
Attention, anyone that owes money to the IRS. The IRS has restarted aggressive enforcement actions against taxpayers who owe back taxes that were temporarily suspended for COVID. If you owe $10,000 or more, you must hear this because now is the time to clear your IRS tax debt. A special toll-free number has been established so you can stop penalty fees, avoid liens, levies, or other hostile measures by the IRS. Call Tax Relief Helpers right now at 800-956-5539. Tax Relief Helpers will provide you the maximum protection afforded by law.
I got behind on my taxes and owed $48,000. I didn't know what to do. I called and they got my bill lowered to just $3,500.
I owed $87,000 in taxes and it was scary. I got the amount I owed down to just $3,500. I saved $83,500.
If you owe money to the IRS, don't wait another day. Call 800-956-5539 right now before the IRS enforces liens, levies, or other aggressive measures. The call and consult are absolutely free. Call now. Call 800-956-5539. 800-956-5539. 800-956-5539.
If your credit card bills have gotten out of hand, call Consolidated Credit now. If you're making the minimum payments, but your balance is just not going down, call Consolidated Credit now. If the interest rates on your credit cards are so high, it will take years to get out of debt. Call Consolidated Credit now. They've helped over 5 million people. They can consolidate your debts into one lower payment, reduce your interest rates, and get you out of debt fast. If you're struggling with credit card debt, call Consolidated Credit now.
Call now, 800-552-6750. That's 800-552-6750. 800-552-6750.
Consolidated Credit Counseling Services Incorporated, 5701 West Sunrise Boulevard, Fort Lauderdale, Florida, 33313. Not a loan company licensed by the New York Department of Financial Services and by the Vermont Department of Financial Regulation. Maryland DM 19, Oregon DM 80031. Licensed by Virginia State Corporation. Commission license number DC 32. Establishment of a plan may adversely affect the individual's credit rating or credit scores. Non-payment of debt may lead creditors to increase financial charges or collections activity, including litigation.
It's the massive sales gargantuan blowout at Fiesta Subaru. Why are you talking like that? Because my voice sells lots of cars. So you're telling me that me saying that Fiesta Subaru delivers dependable vehicles with some of the best safety ratings, a hassle-free buying experience, isn't as good as you saying it? Yes. See, what's with the sound effects and all that fluff? No, just stop. Folks, just come see us in person today at Fiesta Subaru on Lomas or fiestasubaru.com. Fiesta Subaru. Okay, I'm done with you.
1 minute.
No one wants legal problems, but somehow, some way, they seem to find you. Where do you turn when you need help? For more than 40 years, Rudy Chavez has had the people of New Mexico's back. If you're facing a legal issue, you want to have Rudy's experience and compassion in your corner. Call the law offices of Rudy Chavez at 505-242-5500. That's 505-242-5500, or visit rudychavezlaw.com. Contact Rudy today and make your legal problems go away.
Don't show up to work without a tape. Everyone will know. And they'll talk about you in the lunchroom over a ham sandwich. It's
Stand by.
with Jeff Symbieta and
Stand by.
weekday mornings from 7 to 10 on 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports App.
Mike's hot. Yes, that is true.
Hey, thanks for taking my call on that. Hey, I was actually saying, okay. Sorry, man. Like someone was trying to talk to me too. What I was saying too about as far as all the streaming services, I have like 5 streaming services for one specific thing. I think I have Amazon for Thursday Night Football. I have Peacock for Sunday Night Football. I have Sling for Monday Night Football. And at first I was like, I don't want to get the Sunday ticket because it's $400. But then I'm thinking about how I pay monthly. I'm paying like $40, $50 a month for all those services. And I'm like, I could have easily calculated that for a few months. That probably would have equated to $400. So I don't know. They know it's a premium. They know people want to watch it, but it's frustrating to actually hear all the stuff they make you do just to watch football. It just becomes more of a money grabbing than anything else. But yeah, it's just frustrating.
Like, what's your
But
total month?
yeah, and I wanted to talk about Mike McDaniels too, because it just he makes it exciting for me, because it just shows that any Madden champion can actually coach football and be successful. So I get kind of excited when I see him do well out there. But either way, man, it's just my take on that stuff. Talk to you guys later.
Queen of the best. I have Hulu Live or whatever, man. Sure. I can watch kind of what I run with everything. And then I have the Red Zone channel, which I've had forever. If you could kill that, it would help me out a ton. And with all those things, I don't feel like I miss anything. Like with my Hulu thing and with my Red Zone Live, but also I don't watch individual games. I'm a Red Zone guy.
That's what I prefer as well. Yeah, I like the big primetime games. I like the big matchups. I am not watching football every single week on Thursday night, all day Sunday, Sunday night, Monday. And when I am watching, I'm going to have something else going on.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's only so much time in a day. There's only so much time in a week. And look, I get it. Football's amazing, baby. Let's go. It's the biggest thing in this country. And I think after a few more years, it's going to be the biggest thing in the whole world. I get your passion, football fan, but it's okay to miss a game every once in a while.
Games in Lambeau. Lions are for some reason favored by 1. I'm not seeing it that way at all. Give me Green Bay at home, low 30s to low 20s over the Detroit Lions. I don't think it'll be overly close. I got Green Bay, quote-unquote, protecting this house. I wouldn't be surprised if they go over 50 combined points, which would mean you're taking the over if you're a betting sort, as it's currently 46. Van, what do you think?
I cannot pick against my Packers at home on prime time, especially when they get a healthy Aaron Jones back, especially when they get a healthy Christian Watson back. The Packers have won some really close games. They played some really hard football, and in the division rivalry, they're going to butt heads. The Lions think they're legit. Coach Campbell has the Lions thinking that they are legit. I think they are real contenders. They're going to play their hearts out. Even when they have nothing to play for, the Detroit Lions have historically played the Packers very well. I think it's going to be a super close game. Give me the Packers, high teens to low 20s in a squeaker.
High teens to low 20s will put you at the under. That means you got the Packers with the points because the Lions are favored by 1.
Packers money line and the under.
Oh, okay, taking the money line
Yeah.
as well. So I'm in support of you because I'm your friend, but I
Thanks,
don't
bud.
think it'll be I don't think it'll be close at all. I think the Lions are a little bit of pretenders.
Okay.
I love that they got the hype. I love that they're still going off the rub from Hard Knocks last year. I know you were talking a little bit about the postseason stuff from a year ago, thinking that might be a factor in this story. I think in prime time in Lambeau, which is probably going to end up being the last nice game of the year up there because you know how the weather turns so quickly.
Sure.
I'm going to take Green Bay at home, and I'm going to take Jordan Love being seen by the entirety of this nation for the first time, as opposed to people just talking about how he's not Aaron Rodgers for so very long.
Right.
I think it is Green Bay going away.
Yeah, I've been impressed with Jordan Love all year. I think he's the real deal. He might not be Patrick Mahomes level, Justin Herbert level, but this guy is a competent NFL
Take a
quarterback.
traffic break.
And he's only going to get better with that. It's a division rivalry. I do believe in the Lions. I think they got a great roster, and they're playing passionate football under Coach Campbell. So it's going to be close.
Bob, are we coming back before football tonight or no?
Yes, we are.
We're stepping away for a moment so we can say goodbye whenever we get back. And then Thursday Night Football. It's 2 Men On, 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
By eBay Motors.
Okay, you'll be back in about a minute.
About a minute. Got it.
The only thing we're doing here is the traffic.
Parts are just a click away. When you see the green check, you know that part will fit. Get the right parts at the right prices. ebaymotors.com. Let's ride. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
And traffic right now, eastbound I-40 still dealing with that crash near Carlisle. We've seen a lot of slowdowns going back past 12th Street with that. Be careful going through there. That earlier crash westbound on Paseo to Rio Grande, that has now been cleared. Still seeing quite a bit of congestion, though. That congestion starts all the way back at I-25. We are dealing with the crash right now northbound on I-25. That's just south of Paseo. It affects your right lane. Slowdowns westbound on I-40 approaching the interchange. Those last until Coors. Southbound on I-25 right now, things moving slow between Osuna and Montgomery. And westbound on Alameda, you're going to see slowdowns as you approach 2nd Street. Those last until the river.
This report is sponsored by Staples Stores. Staples has great deals on a full range of HP printers, America's most trusted printer brand. And right now, Staples is dropping prices on their entire selection of HP printers, with select models starting as low as $69.99. See staples.com/HP for details. Upgrade to HP at Staples.
If you see an accident, call the Traffic Tracker hotline.
Okay, back in 10.
167. Brought to you by American Home Furniture and Mattress, proudly providing New Mexicans with quality.
And music will start at 29. You'll have 1 minute to get out.
From the 96.3 News Radio KKOB Traffic Center.
Get qualified for a trip for two to...
Sorry, I didn't see this tag.
Right now. Just text London. London. 460610.
Go.
5 days and
nope.
4-star hotel.
Jeez, where'd this come from?
Yours. And the winner will be from right here in New Mexico. Honestly, read the contest rules on our website. It's there, bro. Brought to you by Fiesta Subaru on Lomas or at fiestasubaru.com. Text daily to increase your chances from 95 points.
Stand by. Mike is hot.
The Sports Animal.
Catch me in Van this upcoming Saturday at the aforementioned London giveaway at PS Super.
Yeah.
It's going to be a lot of fun.
Come get a selfie or 12.
Really just come and win a trip to London. Like, that's what it's about.
Oh, this thing is rigged. Already won it.
It's not, again, it's not rigged. You always say that. You're the one. There's a handful of people that cannot win. You're one of them.
I had a special handshake deal with an aforementioned boss that I'm not going to say online.
Was it the Queen of England?
Look, it was the Prince of Nigeria, Fred. Look, let's be real here. He sent me an email. I responded to it, and he said, come meet me in London.
Mm-hmm.
If you'll just send me $500 right now, I'll send you $5,000 back for your trip to London when you win it on Saturday.
We had to pay for inspection, something. Bob, good job today back at the studio. We're so very appreciative of you. Excited for everyone who's excited for the football game tonight. We got a full 3 hours tomorrow. I think we'll be in studio tomorrow, so that'll be a lot of fun. I know John Traub's going to join us. We're going to talk about the new minor league. So that'll be fun. We'll obviously do all of our football predictions for the weekend, so that'll be good as well. I got a handful of upsets that will be upsetting to some. And don't forget, next Monday we're live from Howie's Sports page. Van, you got any final words?
Too much for the time allotted, my friend. Short show today.
Yeah.
So anything we didn't cover, make sure you check out tomorrow morning on the opening drive with Jeff and JJ.
Good job, everyone. GG.
See you tomorrow. Good kid.